Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for August 9th, 2020 from 2 Samuel chapters 15 and 16, Cursed by God. We start with David still on the run from Absalom. 2 Samuel chapter 15, verse 30. But David went up the ascent of the Mount of Olives, weeping as he went, barefoot, with his head covered. And all the people who were with him covered their heads, and they went up weeping as they went. You may remember Jesus also meeting with his disciples on the Mount of Olives. David goes up to worship God. Verse 32, while David was coming to the summit where God was worshipped, behold, Hushai, the Archite, came to meet him, and his coat torn and dirt on his head. Since David's on the run, you would think that time would be on the essence, that he wouldn't have time to dilly-dally. But worshiping God was not dilly-dallying. Worshiping God was giving strength to David. David wasn't going to ignore God because he was too busy. David needed God more than ever. There he meets Hushai and tells him to return to the city. Verse 34, but if you return to the city and say to Absalom, I will be your servant, O king, as I have been your father's servant in time past. So now I will be your servant. Then you will defeat for me the counsel of Ahithophel. Hushai would be a spy for David, telling the priests so that they would communicate with David what's going on in the palace. Chapter 16, verse 5. When King David came to Bahurim, there came out a man of the family of the house of Saul, whose name was Shimei, the son of Gera. And he cursed continually. And he threw stones at David and all the servants of King David, and all the people and all the mighty men who were on his right hand and on his left. We need to remember not everyone is going to be pleased with you. There will always be people who will disagree with you no matter what you do. Verse 7, and Shimei said as he cursed, get out, you man of blood, you worthless man. The Lord has avenged on you all the blood of the house of Saul, in whose place you have reigned. And the Lord has given the kingdom into the hand of your son Absalom. See, your evil is on you, for you are a man of blood. David's men wanted to kill this man right then and there, but David said, verse 10, but the king said, what have I to do with you, O sons of Zeruiah? If he is cursing because the Lord has said to him, curse David, who then shall say, why have you done so? And David said to Abishai and to all his servants, behold, my own son seeks my life. How much more now this Benjaminite? Leave him alone, let him curse, for God has told him to. Wow, maybe God told him to curse David? God did curse someone. But it isn't you, and it wasn't David, it was Jesus. When Jesus was on the cross, Jesus quotes Psalm 22, which strangely enough was written by King David. And this might have been the time that King David had in mind when this psalm was written. Psalm 22, verse 1, my God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me from the words of my groaning? Jesus quotes these words because God the Father did turn his back on Jesus while Jesus was dying on the cross. This happened because Jesus was carrying the sins of the whole entire world, and God the Father cannot be in the presence of sinners. So God the Father forsook his own Son, Jesus, while he was dying on the cross. Join me again tomorrow as we hear about the promise of evil being fulfilled. God's peace and many blessings be with you. Thank you for watching, and please take an opportunity to share this devotion with others. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church, 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois, 60544. Thank you again for watching.